Hello, welcome back. I'm Mark Leader. In the last video, I completely finished automating computer parts and computers themselves. So that's a resource that should constantly replenish now. But the main issue I have now is I can't unlock anything else. I need to complete phase 2 of the space elevator. And there's a couple of issues. The first being power. Now if you look at this chart, it says the maximum consumption is just under 2000. My capacity is 1800. It's not a huge issue because at the moment we are only running under 600 megawatt because most of the machines aren't even functioning right now. You know, most things just aren't running because they're full. I have an entire iron factory that has tons of machines in them just sitting idle because there's nothing for them to do. And the second issue is that I want to rebuild the iron factory so I can produce more items because I need more screws and various other stuff like the modular frames. The only problem is the modular frames and that I could generate them now. If I tear down everything and rebuild it and have it working constantly, we're going to go over that capacity and the whole power is going to shut down. So I think the most sensible thing to do would be to tackle power generation. The reason I think that is because in the last video I did unlock a new form of energy generation. If we go to power here, we have the fuel generator, and it doesn't seem to be very expensive, and it generates 150 megawatts. So all I need to do is go pick up some quick wire. Just before I do that, you'll see I've torn down all of the old manufacturer that was here and being used sort of temporarily. I took away the truck stop, and I fired everything into this awesome sink, which gives me 8 tokens in total, so I may as well use that. I'm going to have a look at walls. Tilted walls I think would be interesting. Coated concrete, that sounds nice. I'm going to get that. It's quite expensive. What else can I get for 2 more tickets? Not very much by the looks of it. Well, I guess I'll just buy myself like a concrete pillar set. Now, let me see what these look like and what they cost. Ah, it's plastic. Oh wow, that does look good though. I wonder if you can change the colour. Wow, that looks really good. I like that. So now that I've unlocked tier 4 conveyor belts, I no longer have to use the steel on them. They use reinforced steel beams or whatever it is, iron beams. I don't know, the ones that look packaged in white. These things. Encased industrial beams. So it uses them. And I already have an assembler automating that. Shit, I forgot how deadly this area could be. I've been spoiled with the train for so long. You can kind of see down there the remnants of the old train track. I still haven't dismantled that yet. And here we are. I still need to finish this off. I did need to pick up silica. I totally forgot to do that. Here we have the computers. In fact, we have too much at the moment, so we need to put them in a storage container, I think. But we're here for the quick wire. So I'll just take a pack of 500. Now I'm going to place down a refinery so I can get that oil from the... In fact, I don't know if I already placed one. Looks like I have everything I need. Oh, train's here. So I'll head over to the oil refinery. This really isn't generating much plastic. In fact, it's not generating any plastic at all. I think it might be because of the backup on this. Yeah, I think when it makes too much too quickly, there's nothing left. It's generating plastic again. Should really put some steps or something down there. There we go. The area I was talking about is just down here. Oh, I already put an oil refinery down. This will be extracting at 120 a minute. Right, so I'm just going to place down a fuel generator to figure out exactly what it needs. It seems fairly simple, to be honest. So all it needs is fuel, but it needs piped in. So we put the refinery down, and we just want to create fuel. Okay, so what I'm understanding of this is, okay, I'm going to need some power here. Oh, there we go. So we can put the power straight onto the railway station. So this now produces crude oil, 120 per minute. So this is using 30 megawatts. This is using 40 megawatts. I feel like the fuel generator just is going to not be that useful. So this produces 40 per minute. That takes 12 per minute. So let me just actually, we might be looking at quite a large output here. So we're making 80 per minute. Now 80 divided by 12 gives us 6.6. So we can actually run 6 of these. I'm going to see what that looks like, if I can. I might not have the resources actually. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to have the resources for this. 1, 2... Yeah, I need rotors. I have enough for 1 more. Okay, so I've just done like a test of what these would look like. I have 3 of the fuel generators running. And you can kind of see that it's put my maximum consumption or my maximum capacity at 2250. I don't know if I like that, but I could have had at least 6 of these running, and 150, 300, or so I could have had 900 megawatts of power running from them. That's not great. 900 megawatts of power from running 6, because I mean this is costing me, so that's 60 megawatts for these two to run, and then another 40. So I've got 100 megawatts just running these generators, the extractors and that. And on top of that, I also have the polymer resin getting made. I guess that's a benefit. I guess I'll just fire all the polymer resin into a storage container at the moment, so I'm not really sure how useful it is. You know, I don't think this is going to be the most effective way to make energy, but I'm going to leave these running anyway. I think it's time to revisit the coal factory. The train's at the other side of the map, so I'm just going to hump it over there. In fact, I'm going to pick up some silica. I'm dreading tearing down this coal factory, or coal plant. I definitely need to go back and get some more concrete, because I've only got 74 left. So versatile frameworks are not that complex. They really are just modular frames and steel beams. I'll pick up a bunch of steel beams while I'm here. Probably delete that one because I'll have a ton over at the factory. Same with smart platings, I'll probably have loads of that. Here comes a train, and I shall get a lift over to, well, I'll go to the iron factory first, and I'll set up an assembler to pump out some stuff. I can't even remember the words. Versatile frameworks. Actually, I'll jump off here and I'll finish this off. Some windows up. There we go. Now I can use the trusty old explorer from here on out. You can kind of see the difference between the old copper factory and the iron factory here. Right, so we don't really need that anymore. Oh my god. So we want an assembler. Right, so we'll just leave this to work away and hopefully make a bunch of stuff that we need. And while it does that, we shall head up to the old coal factory and sort of investigate what it's looking like. Kind of need an idea of exactly what kind of resource I need, kind of speeds I can get out of things, just overall how I can optimize the coal factory. Now I did build a road up to it. As of yet, no access by train, but that's okay. We got a car for. It took me so long to build this road and I've almost never used it. Okay, so I'm getting a glimpse of the old coal factory. My game takes a shit. This is going to be a big job. So we're running Mark II conveyor belts. We now have Mark IV, and we have a spaghetti junction of cables. Right, so this is a Mark I miner. So 3 Mark I miners. The first thing I should do is upgrade these. Yeah, this is just going to be devastating. The minute I turn these off, it's just going to be insane. I'm going to lose all my power. Right, so 3 miner Mark IIs. We don't really need, we just need the modular frames and portable miners. The portable miners are easy enough. So theoretically I should be able to double about the amount of coal generators I have. So in here we have portable miners. We need 6 of these. Okay, so we can upgrade all the miners to Mark II. Concrete. I'm going to need a lot of concrete. So we'll just grab all the concrete we can. And I'll throw that in the back of here. So now we need rotors and reinforced iron bricks. And cables. Oh wait, I almost forgot. We probably will need more of the water extractors too. So at the moment I've got like 1, 2, so for every 8 I've got 3. So that's 9. I don't even know if I've got room to put another 9. My estimates of being able to do double might be wrong though. Hopefully that should be enough to get what we need done. I'll also get a bunch of resources from dismantling everything that's there. And I can probably build stuff in a much more efficient manner now that I kind of know what I'm doing, because when I first built that coal the coal power plant, it wasn't very well optimized. So I'm going to head up there now. Right, so slight problem. I have everything I need in here. Can I swap it out? Yeah, I can. Right, so this was already putting out 120 per minute. With the upgrade it should put out 240 I believe. There we go. So we have fully upgraded miners. I think they're all putting out 240. Now I could get away with using Mark III conveyor belts, because they move up to 270 per minute. Might be worthwhile just going for the 481 though, the tier 4 one. I think everything's going to crash anyway because the minute the coal gets cut off. Wait, so did I make too many? It looks like I made far too many these portable miners. Right, now time for the hard part. I'm just going to put down this industrial storage container and just drop everything in it. This is going to be painful. Tearing down everything I built. Oh shit, I forgot I dumped my fuel. I got no jetpack. Oh shit, there goes the power grid. Oh, it's quite scary because that's a lot of juice not getting used. But it will be worth it. Right, so I'm just going to go into my inventory and make sure that all the coal gets put in the bin so it's not wasting inventory space. That's pretty much this entire area cleaned up. You wouldn't even remember there being a coal power plant here. This time I'm going to build it a little differently. We're going to start it up here because we're going to have the entire underneath is going to be the water pumps, the water extractors, which I've put 8 there, but I'm sure I said 9. I think I do need 9. I hope I brought enough resources for 9. Well, let me just think. So if we've got 48 coal generators, yeah, we'll have enough resources, I believe. I actually forgot how big the water extractors are. So we've got 48. Now if we divide the 48 by 3, what do we get? Yes, I know, I'm probably terrible at maths, so 16. So if we do 16 on one side, if we do 8 on one side, 8 on the other, that's fine. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. I've got a plan. Jesus Christ. How did this get up here? Right, so if we put the miners kinda like here, room is going to be the issue. I totally forgot how big they were. Creatures in the way. Please get out of the way. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. 9, 10, 16. Ah, so I noticed that the consumption of the fluid's actually 45 per minute, but it can hold 50. That makes a difference. So 45 times that by 16, that's 720. So 720 divided by 120 is 6. Right, so we need exactly 6 for 16. That'll work. Right, so 6 of these. Oh shit. And I'm going to put floor holes down for these with Mark II pipes. In fact, I don't really need Mark II pipes for this. We should be fine with them like that. Alright, so I've placed 16, you can see there, of the 48 coal generators that I'll be placing. So I'm wondering if I can put these conveyor lift holes down. Right, I need to go pick up some more resources. Hopefully I've got some in the containers over there. So one of these miners can supply 16 coal generators. You can kind of see over there what I'm doing. All of them are linked up to, well, it's got 6 water pumps. So the goal is, I'll feed the coal in from the bottom, and that way we should have a beautiful sort of coal factory that's got nothing coming like on the top. Everything functions from the bottom. It's going to take a little while to place everything. It's probably one of the most exciting projects I've done, especially since this is the first time I'm using Mark IV conveyors. I think we should be able to fit a splitter onto this. Yeah, I think the only problem is this is going to collide with the pipes. You know what, fuck it. If it phases through the pipes, it phases through the pipes. Who's going to even care? The amount of time I could waste on this is just ridiculous, so you're probably not even really going to see it from below. From above, I mean. That is a massive issue. But the game does not care about clipping, so I don't either. Now I'm hoping when I finish this first set, I will be able to kick-start the power. So, we can have the miner kind of going into this basement. Okay. All done. Well, for the first 16, I've got to do this 3 more times. Now I'm going to put some walls up because I need to put the power outlets onto the wall. These have been placed to perfection. What I'll actually do about this is I'm going to put a double wall socket on each side of this. I'll show you why. So if I put this here and here, that'll connect to that one. That'll connect to that one and over to there. Now I can connect these together on the outside, but it also gives me a way to bring the lines down here, because I need these power lines coming and feeding in to like these bits for supplying power to these. We have the cables running underneath. Everything's running underneath actually. So I just need to connect these ones up. I'm running a little bit low on resources. I do think I've got enough to finish it between the stuff I've stored in the Explorer and the buildings. Now I had a little idea of what to do with these. I was going to put like maybe a little glass raised roof over these, but the good news is that's pretty much an entire section done. I'm going to have to connect all of this. Right, I'll see if I can connect the power. Right, so this whole power line, this only the 16 power generators and the miner for the coal for it is on the same grid. How much do I need for this? That's 12 megawatts, and this generates like fucking, I don't know, 30. That's not going to happen. Maximum consumption's 132, so I'm going to need several of those. Okay, so it turns out that my hard drive ran out of space and cut off the video just as I booted up the power, in fact, the 16 coal generators. You can see here that the miner's working fine, and I no longer have the biomass generators that I used to jumpstart. It all pretty much went pretty smoothly. I did have one hiccup, which was a brain fart moment. So I had these 2 biomass generators hooked up to this power cable just here, which runs underneath. Basically goes all the way around. However, I didn't realise, I'll show you over here, I hadn't connected that cable. So I was only powering the water pumps and the miners, and the whole power system cut out, and I had no fuel to jumpstart again. I had to go harvest a bunch of trees and stuff because the power wasn't feeding back into the grid from the generators. But I've fixed that now, and we now have a healthy capacity of 1125. That should go up to 1200. There we go. So 1200. It does dip temporarily because of over here. You can see that right in yellow. We're still waiting on the coal to really fill up in these, but it will do over time. You can see there 83, 84, 84, 85. Yeah, so it's gradually going up. Once that hits max, these 2 will be running constantly. So yeah, that's a completely successful 16 coal generators set up. I now have to do it another 2 times. I think I said 3 earlier in the video, but I meant 3 in total. I just need to figure out where to put them all. I've decided to put another 8 over here, and I don't know where I'm going to put the other 8. I just need to figure out where I'm going to put another 3 of these water pumps, potentially over here, and then I think I'll put the other 16 over in this pit of the water. I'm going to go do that, and I will get back to you once I've finished. Okay, so completed that. I now have 48 generators running. So I've climbed up to the top of this hill to kind of give an overview of it. Now obviously it's still a work in progress in terms of the aesthetics of the thing, but overall it's working. So here we have the 3 miners, which I upgraded to Mark II, and they all enter from that level. There's like going to be 2 different levels to the power plant. We've got the bottom level, which has all of the water pumps and all of the conveyor systems, and the top level has all of the generators and walkways. I opted to go for Mark IV conveyor belts. I probably could use the 3, but I thought I've got enough resources to use 4. This transports goods at 480 per minute, so it's always going to be feeding very fast. Now, I'll give you a kind of a little look at the underneath side, and we can see under here, this place is plagued with these bean-looking creatures. For every 8 generators, I use 3 pumps, and for every 16 generators, I use 1 miner. So that's kind of how the maths works out. Now, obviously there's clipping. I don't really care. You're not going to see it that well from above. Looks a little dodgy, bro. I lost track of what I was doing. Yeah, so you can kind of see everything is under all of the sort of the construction stuff. All of the logistics of the coal and the water is done from below to try and keep a neat top side. I'll go above land and kind of show you what it looks like from above. Alright, so here we are back at the start. Now this is going to be built up as like a reception kind of entrance, grand entrance, I hope. I just need to figure out how to do that. And I'll probably rejig some of this stuff just to make things look better. I'm just not sure what to do. I like the look of these sort of raised glass bits, but they're probably not very practical. So yeah, you can see each generator has a pipe going straight down and coal getting fed in it from below as well. Very neat. This is the standard I used for every single one of these. So as you come in, you've got 8 on your left, 8 on your right. And the plan will be just to sort of put like maybe a nice viewpoint out up here over this waterfall. And obviously this is a big place, so we've got more over here, another 8 there, and then at the very end I could fit more in here if I really wanted, but I don't have the coal for that. So I've just got the 8 here, and I might put like a little area here, just like an office area with I don't know, research stuff or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really come up with what I want to do with that yet. I just really wanted to get it started and working. It's now hooked up to the grid as well, and I'll give you sort of an idea of what power it's generating. So my old system, 24 generators, that was 1800 it was creating, so that should tell you exactly how much we're using now. It is so 3600 megawatts of power has been generated. Our capacity is 4050, and that includes the fuel generators, which I can now go back and add some more of, which will boost the capacity even higher. My maximum consumption at any time can be 1649. I don't know why that's went down, because it was over 2000 at one point, so that's a little suspicious. I'm thinking something's not connected properly somewhere, but I guess I'll find that out when I go down into where all my factories are. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to build this up to look better, and then I'll pick it back up there. Fast forward a little bit of time and you join me at the newly constructed power plant. So I've added this train station because I would like to add a train station that actually functions in the future, because one thing I discovered building this is it's an absolute fucking ball ache coming up and down in the car. So theoretically you'll come in here, pull up, come out. So I've got this sort of shelter, like a train shelter. I was going to put some awesome shops down or something, just to give it something. And then we have kind of a plaza here, so at the moment not much here, but I'll put down these railings. Around here is just like a bay. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. Probably nothing. I'll just sit there and nobody will ever see it. So yeah, this is where you wait for the train, and you board through here. We have the main complex through there, and this is like a little lab. And so far I've just got a MAM here, so I'm going to do a little bit of research. And one of the doors to the generator rooms, and each generator room has up to 8 generators, all hooked up to the water and coal running in below us. Now this facility is pretty much all glass, so you can see everything that's happening. Let me show you from the start. And we've got everything on view. You can see under there just like a walkway. I will get to that in just a second. Not much going on here, just a big walkway. We can view our outside giant plants, all those bean creatures just running around. We're safe from all the deadly creatures on the outside. So let me show you the underside. Oh, actually, before I go back there, I'll show you what's down this way, because this is where the entrance to the waterfall is. And you can see we've got a big wide open area here and a balcony that looks out over the waterfall. Just a neat little tourist attraction. This looks pretty cool from down there as well. Now if we get back to the start here, which you can always tell by the big triangular door, we've got this little door here, and this is our access hatch so we can get down underneath and we can really see all the components that make everything work. And this will basically just be used as kind of like just an access area for repairs and things. And this runs all the way around and all the way over to these flowers, so you can get a view from them from below. This is all outside, and you can see under here we've just got another little sort of area that you can see in from the outside. And I'll go upstairs and I'll show you kind of what it looks like from above. You can kind of see it from here, how it's all sectioned up into 8 generators a piece, grand totaling 48 generators. So I'm pretty happy with that. It took a long time, a lot longer than I actually expected, but I think it's going to pay off because I now have over, I think, 4,000 megahertz of power going into the grid. Which brings me to my next and just like the final little thing I want to do, pop down to the oil refinery. Alright, here I am back at the oil factory with all the parts that I need. So down here is where I started my little oil refinery, and I'm going to place down some more fuel generators. There we are, it's now starting up. This is still a prototype sort of factory thing. So right now I am hooking everything up to pretty messy looking cables. But we should have more than enough to fuel all 6 of these. The capacity should be 4,600, I believe. Or is it 4,500? Maybe it's 4,500. Well, until these ones fill up with fuel completely, the last 2 will be on and off, I think. It'll take a bit of time. 4,200. Now, the issue I had was the polymer resin backs up, but there is a way around that as well. I put another refinery in that makes residual plastic. Quite simply, that'll just feed in there. However, I do need water. I do believe there's water over here. I just need to find a deeper part. It is quite irritatingly far away. I'm gonna have to run this pipe all the way to the water, which is not good. I'm probably gonna have to put pumps on this because I don't see the pipe pumping the water all the way there. Let's have a look. So it is getting through. I wasn't expecting it to get all the way through here. I would have expected a pump needed. It's making its way. We don't have any water coming through here yet. The way gravity works, it's probably going to have to fill up first. It's dropping pressure. There we are. The plans I have for this plastic is to put it out up into where the plastic's feeding into the train. We just want to put a merger. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So this train's going to be fed a lot more plastic now. And the good news is my computers shouldn't slow down as much in terms of creating them because they'll be getting more plastic. And also I won't be dropping in power because the polymer resin won't build up as much. So I'm generating 60 polymer resin per minute. I'm using 60 polymer resin per minute. I'm creating 20 plastic per minute. Right, that's basically all I need to do for the power. Definitely a massive upgrade with some nice little side benefits, sort of side effects that I didn't expect, like the plastic generation. So I'm pretty happy with that. So appreciate you watching. Take care, and see you in the next one.